we're not trying to duplicate what someone else is already doing. Back when I first took the chamber, we were it. And so you're trying to do things that everybody else was trying to do too.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers, fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
How has the area primarily changed over the years?
I think it's grown up. I think it's obviously we've seen these all crazy dips in population because simply the families are smaller today. We've lost a lot of the children that have moved out of this valley. I know that it's a big push of the chamber now to help repopulate the valley. I think that's very, very important, to sell what we have, which is a great cost of living. This is a great place to raise your family and do it economically and still have access to all the major markets. And again, I'm a Chamber of Commerce guy. We're 60 miles from Cleveland, 60 from Pittsburgh, major league sports, restaurants, anything you'd want. We're here. We have a lake. We can get to what we need to do, but we don't have to fight like they do on the East Coast and the West Coast. We have 4 seasons, but they're great seasons. They're not bad seasons. We don't get terrible winters anymore. In our summers, you get a couple days in the 90s, but everything's usually very nice. But the valley has changed. We have more. I think we have a very good manufacturing base. We're starting to see international development here that we didn't have for a lot of years. That was a big gap from an economic development standpoint, and we're seeing it happen now.
When you say international development, what are you talking about specifically?
We're seeing, the companies that are out in Lordstown.
Okay.
What the 3rd largest company in the world is here. We're seeing some of those things happen. People are looking at this valley to bring their businesses here that never have. And that's really important because we're going to continue to feed off that. We will get more businesses to come here because of what they did, because of what we have. And the more that come here, the more people are going to realize this is a great place to be. From an arterial system, you have Interstate 80 going cross country, or 76, and you have the turnpike that crisscross here. We're not fighting. It takes me, as long as it would take me to get to downtown Cleveland, you can't cross Chicago in that time frame. And that's a big deal because we're able to take advantage of what the big cities have to offer, yet come back to this community and still have some great things and some great restaurants and other things. But the cost of living is so good. The crime rate we always need to work on it, but it's down. It's not problematic. You can walk the streets at night. If I want to walk on the sidewalks around my neighborhood, I could do it at 10 o'clock at night and not worry one bit. We're very fortunate from that standpoint. So how have things changed, George? I think they certainly changed for the better. I think when the chamber sits down with Eastgate, sits down with the Port Authority, sits down with the Youngstown Foundation, that's a big deal. Because now you're talking about the regional entities sitting at the same table. We started this when Jim Dignan was at the chamber. And, we'd just call him and say, Jim, let's go have a cup of coffee. And we'd go up to Jim Kiddick's office and sit and talk about that.
Yeah.
And they do that now on a very regular basis. And that's important because we're not trying to duplicate what someone else is already doing. Back when I first took the chamber, we were it. And so you're trying to do things that everybody else was trying to do too.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers, fiercely local, fiercely loyal.